Morning.
Morning.
Fellas.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How y'all feeling?
Super. How are you?
I'm feeling good. Not
Good.
too bad.
Good.
Fresh cut, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, oh, you see it? Oh, you see it?
Out here looking like a bad bitch.
Come on, talk to me. Yeah, you see, I ain't got the hat on today. I had to show the cut. Your man's been looking homeless. Look at God.
B, do a 360 real quick.
Oh man. Well, have we recorded this new year?
December 31st was the last time.
Well, Happy New Year to you fellas. New year, new cut, new me. Between J. Cole about to drop, ASAP dropping, Bruno's on the way. I really can't ask for too much more to start off the new year. That's a pretty good start to the new season. I have some Did You Knows here before we get into, the deep dive with ASAP Rocky's album. Didn't know if any of you had anything you wanted to start with before we get to that.
When we do Did You Watched, I do. Or What Have You Watched, I do.
Okay, perfect. Hip-hop journalist James Bernard has reportedly passed away. Bernard helped push hip-hop journalism into the mainstream and played a key role in shaping how black music and culture were covered, leaving a lasting impact on the media landscape. He was the co-founder for XXL and was involved in the early brand's vision. Bernard was also one of the original editorial voices at the source. So just wanted to make sure, showed him some condolences, but RIP again to James Bernard. Doja Cat was the most streamed female rapper in 2025 on Spotify with over 4.5 billion streams across all credits. We talk about Doja Cat, but I feel like her numbers always are near the top, but she's never one of the first artists you think of when it comes to female artists, but she's always consistently there when it comes to the metrics. Gerard, got something for you I thought you would appreciate. David Bowie's producer, Tony Visconti, one of those, reveals the legendary singer was inspired by Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly while working on his final album, Black Star.
Oh, wow.
Said David was immediately enthralled by Kendrick's groundbreaking virtuosity. There we go. We were listening to a lot of Kendrick. We loved the fact that he was so open-minded. He didn't do a straight-up hip-hop record. He threw everything on there, and that's exactly what we wanted to do. So I thought that was actually pretty cool. So we'll definitely wanted to have that in the notes. Fetty Wap has been released from prison after serving 4 years on federal drug charges. Since his release, he's been gaining 360,000 new monthly listeners on Spotify every day.
Damn.
And lastly, I have J. Cole, the Fall Off new album, set to release February 6th. And on that note, that is the Did You Knows I had for this week. So without further ado, we can get into what we've listened to, watched, and or played. Actually, I take that back. I have some misplaced notes before we move into...
Love misplaced notes.
Yeah, I definitely have never put them there, so apologize for that. Billie Eilish's Birds of a Feather officially became the most streamed solo song by a female artist in Spotify history.
Wow.
Surpassed its Tone and Eyes Dance Monkey.
Damn.
I don't know
Dance monkey, dance monkey. You guys know that song if you heard it.
I don't know if I do, Drew. I actually wasn't familiar, but that's...
It was a very big pop song a couple of years ago.
Okay. And then Billboard predicts that Leon Thomas will win Best New Artist for the 2026 Grammy Awards. He'll be the first male solo artist to win since Chance the Rapper in 2017, but he just may do it thanks to Mutt, one of the year's biggest and best sleeper hits. Still love that song. And then lastly, Bruno Mars announced new music this Friday, or released new music, but then the Romantic, an album, will be dropping on the 27th of February. So again, looking forward to Bruno.
It's lit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, now that I got my incorrect place,
are you going to go to the concert, B, with Gerard?
I believe Gerard's going with his wife, but I do hope to go to the concert.
You could still be in the same vicinity as him.
I do hope to go to the concert.
I will say, if both of y'all want to go, the tickets are affordable. They got 2 shows.
Are they?
Yeah, it's a Saturday and a Sunday show. So when I went on there, since we're talking about it, when I went on there to buy the tickets, we went on Ticketmaster first, and since I'm a season ticket owner with the Lions, I had a pre-sale code. So I went in there, but all the seats that I wanted, because Kiera wanted to sit in a specific place. So the seats that we wanted were sold out. So I was like, all right. And one of our cousins had got on there before us, and she was like, oh, they added a second show on Sunday. And I hadn't known that yet. So I'm like, oh, shit, okay, bet. So then the pre-sale code that I had timed out. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just wait till the regular pre-sale start. But the Lions sent me another pre-sale code because it's the Sunday show.
Jeez.
I was like, all right, bet.
Yeah.
Went
That's
on there.
a nice perk.
Right. Went on there, and then the seats I wanted, like I said, were sold out again because the Lions people got on there quick. And then I was like, you know what? I usually sell my tickets through a certain site because they don't pay us, so I'm not going to mention them yet. So I usually, let me check on there to see if something is affordable on there. And they were super affordable, and people really was just buying up these tickets to sell them, so we ended up getting the seats that we wanted. And like it wasn't bad at all. Like it wasn't what you would imagine, like the idea that you would think as expensive the tickets would be. So it was super affordable.
I definitely assume they be. I mean, anytime somebody performs a Super Bowl, I just think they tickets is just gonna be.
I was thinking like $250 minimum.
Nah, I mean, so where we wanted to sit at, that's the deal. So like the $250, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh damn,
I didn't want to sit in the lower bowl. I wanted to sit in the club seats. So, and that's
like that middle section.
Like the middle section.
I like it in there.
Yeah, and so those like in the club seats. Like for those who don't know, if you get club seats inside of a stadium, you got your own dedicated bathroom. It's easy access to easy access to food, and you ain't got to fight people. And if you want to buy merch, you got a merch stand like right there. Like when you in the lower bowl, you got to fight with the scoundrels. You know what I'm saying? You got to climb up, like run a mile to go up and get food. Then you got like everybody's
at LCA.
No, it's at Ford Field.
Oh shit! Never mind. I was thinking LCA, that middle section. Never mind.
Yeah. So.
No, I definitely actually do want to go. So, Gerard, you just gave me some hope.
Yeah, I'm gonna text you and tell you where to go to, and then like whatever is within your budget. You know what I'm saying?
Because we're going on selling Sunday. Out Ford Field back-to-back days. That's impressive.
Oh, yeah.
It really, I mean, I know, obviously I know he's a star, but that's Taylor Swift was like the last to do it here, and she's just a tier higher, you know?
And you know what's crazy?
Big, but
Chris Brown did it.
I knew Bruno was a star.
I
knew Bruno was Chris Brown did it twice, too.
It's just been a while since Bruno's done anything. That's why, probably.
Yeah, and it's hard to, like, a stadium, like people don't like they get stadium and the arenas confused.
Yeah.
The stadium is like 70, 80,000 people. So like back to back, that's crazy. That's insane, bro. So
yeah, no, I remember driving and taking people to the Chris Brown shows when he did it back to back. There's like this realization where it's like one person can bring out this many people twice.
That's crazy.
Even if you can do it one time, that's amazing. Yeah. But like back to back, there's some people that went literally to both shows to see if there's anything different. I'm like, bro, imagine the power you feel.
That's
like
crazy.
Not in a negative way.
I would never
like,
do that. I'm not that big of a nobody's fan. So
yeah, I wouldn't either. But like, women were so crazy about Chris Brown and like seeing if anything different. I'm like, bro, the power or the blessing to bring out this many people in droves. I seen a lady. I think I said it. I seen a lady being dropped off by like one of those medical vans. Yeah, because she was in a wheelchair. Bro. I'm
that's
like,
crazy.
I've never dropped. I'm watching her get lowered down. Like, geez. I'm like, bro. I don't know if I've seen somebody have this much power, and people were excited. It was actually fun just to experience. I can only imagine how hyped that show was. But then, like, he went, like, at least 2.5 hours, like, both times. Yeah. That in itself, bro, there's not a lot of entertainers that can even do that. So, one thing I did notice in Bruno's, in the song he released, I didn't see any of like his boys that usually play the instruments.
Yeah, the hooligans. No, I didn't either. So I don't
So
know.
I'm like, I'm wondering if his concert or the show, like, maybe this is like him strictly being like, okay, I'm going and doing everything myself because he can play the instruments. But that was one thing I found fascinating in the music video. I didn't see a single hooligan, as you properly named, Gerard. And on that note, I think this is a great time to get into the most likely biggest album that's dropped since we last recorded. A$AP Rocky, Don't Be Dumb. First note I have here is, man, A$AP love him a good drastic beat switch, don't he? Because, man, about actually,
a good chunk.
I feel like a good amount of the songs there was a beat switch up, and I mean I was very impressed, but I came away with a question. I don't know if I should ask before or after, but I saw somebody put like their review out, and they said, was it worth, what was it, 8 years since his last project? Was it worth 8 years?
7 or 8
years. And the person that was commenting on the album said yes.
Yeah.
Well worth the wait.
Absolutely.
I was curious, how does one determine, so like, let's say A$AP Rocky didn't wait 7, 8 years and waited like 3, 4 to drop it. Like, what's the proper barometer to know if the delay was well worth the wait in you guys' eyes? Because in my mind, I mean, I don't know if there's a proper yes or no. It just comes down to, is the album good or did I like it? But is that enough to justify whether or not a 7 or 8 year wait truly was worth it when it comes to a single project?
So Drew, I'm sure, is going to have a different answer.
I was going to say, I was looking at me and Gerard's text thread real quick.
Yeah.
Because
Drew's going to have a different answer. But the way I look at it is like this. So you know how they say absence make the heart grows fonder, right? Mm-hmm. So with those that like say different artists that release like consistently, like Jay-Z used to release every year, you're like, he's always constantly in your mind, so you know what to expect from him, and then you have higher expectations. Like with Rocky, we hadn't heard from him. Like in the last project he released was so far outside of what we've grown accustomed to that it was like, damn, like, not that we want the old Rocky back, but like we at least want him to get back to where he was, right? So it's time in between that. So now you're not disappointed, you just miss him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
whatever you release at this point, as long as it's not testing, you know what I'm saying, we really want to hear from you. Like whatever you release, like, because we know like the people who were A$AP, you know, from the jump, loved his creativity, loved like not
his sound.
Just his sound, like the sounds that he mixed, you know, from his New York braggadocious style to like all the other different styles from Europe, from Houston, all of that he mixed into his music. You know, he was the only artist that did something like that. So now, like, it's been 7 years and you hadn't heard any of this stuff. You just see him doing fashion. You just want to hear him to see what he's been working on. Like, where's your mind at now? And so I saw Rocky in an interview say that this album is 2011 Rocky in 2025 or 2026 at this point now. And when you listen to the album, that's exactly what it is.
He should be making in 26 is what it is.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Like, so, yeah, like, I do think it was well worth the wait, especially for those who've been listening to Rocky since 2010. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. True.
I'll be the first to admit it. I'm back, man. Because dude, testing was so bad and it left such a stain on his career for me. And then the weight on top of that was just, dude, what the fuck happened to you? You fell off. You fell off in a major way. And I was thinking like this, though. It's been 11 years for me since he's released a good album, with the second album, At Long Last, A$AP. So that's an even bigger drought of hearing a third album that's supposed to be experimental. It didn't work out. And then a drought for 7 years. Like, dude, what the fuck? Like, how do you judge this guy's legacy at this point? Bro, when I heard this album, I was like, what, 6, 7 tracks in, Gerard? I was like, I'm back. I'm fully back. Like, this is the sound I miss. This is the experimentation I love. This is everything I wanted to hear from testing. So I'm very happy right now. Oh, not to mention, this is the second album he's released on my birthday, or the day after my birthday. So he's given me two birthday presents in my lifetime. So I can't be mad at that.
I was just curious because I saw the and I think he released his review after a first listen, and it was more so I came away, I guess, being a devil's advocate, and I just was like, how does one justify after one listen whether or not this is truly worth almost a 7-year, especially after the first go round? But then it's not like I disliked the album at all. I just generally came away wondering, like, okay, say this wasn't A$AP Rocky and it was just another general artist that had released 2 banging albums that were amazing, people loved, dropped a third one, wasn't necessarily viewed in the same light, and so then it's like, okay, if I was an A&R, like, what would I look like telling my artist, hey, let's wait 6 or 7 years, work on one project, release it, and see what happens? Like, I don't even think most artists could get away with that, but like A$AP Rocky has that type of following. He has people wanting to see, like you guys said, the artistry, the creativity. So I thought it was a good question. I generally respect you guys' answers.
And also, like, the type of I want to say, like, artist that Rocky is, I don't think he even had the conversation of let's wait. It was, you know, I'm living life. You know what I'm saying? He formed a new relationship with his now wife, Rihanna. They got 3 kids together. He's been doing Fashion Week, like designing clothes and shit like that. I don't think the music aspect of his artistry even came up. It wasn't a place of importance at this point. And then it got to a place where it was like, all right, now I'm ready to talk about all the shit I've been doing for the past 7 years. Like now I'm at that point. So now I can get back in the studio. Of course, you're a musician, so you're always recording. But that don't mean you always want to release music. You just kind of want to get some shit off, go to the studio, put some stuff aside. You always taking beats in. You always meeting with people. I mean, you want to put together a project. Like, that's a whole different type of commitment that you have to pour into. And, you know, sometimes people don't be having that time. So I don't think he sat down with the label because he's independent. So he can do whatever the fuck he want. But I don't think he sat down and said, I'm going to wait 7 years. It was just like, you know, let me just fall back for a minute. Let me live some life. Then we'll come back and get back to the music shit. And I think he finally got to the point where he was finally, it feels from this album, he got to the point where he was confident enough to sit down and really like set out some time to really focus on music instead of doing a bunch of other shit. You know, and you could tell from even the rollout that it was a commitment to like pour into this. Like, instead of like testing, felt like he just put some shit out. You know what I'm saying? It felt like that. Like he was experimenting. He was experimenting with some shit.
Testing us.
Like, so.
What do you say, B?
Maybe he was testing us.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Testing my patience.
This felt like he like took some time out to say, all right, yo, I have an idea. Like, even with the Tim Burton doing the cover, and I'm pretty sure like having the input in the music videos, this is what we're going to do. And then come up with a plan to really put this shit together and, you know, and make it well thought out. So.
Obviously he's a special case because of what he's done in this past 7 years and everything, and who he's with his wife Rihanna being one of the biggest stars in the world. But like you said, B, if he was an average guy, how would it rank up, or like how would people react to it? It makes you really wonder in this drought how many of these artists go through, I wouldn't even say writer's block, but just having the creative juices there to even make a full project. Like the last big one I feel was SZA. Was it 5 years before SOS, and look how great that turned out. But in order to do that, I feel like you have to come back with a super strong project like SOS and something like this. And then even like Mr. Morale too. That was 5 years since Damn, wasn't it?
Yep.
So obviously TDE's on a different timeline. I can't compare them, but it just really makes you wonder with some of these artists. Obviously Rocky went through COVID too, so like how much inspiration is truly there when you go in to make these projects. So only certain people can get away with it, B. I feel like if it was an average artist who just doesn't have the clout or like the notoriety like A$AP does, probably wouldn't have done as well, honestly.
I think Bryson Tiller did the same thing, and
when
he came out, he was like, I just ain't want to record music. Like, I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah, I just want to.
He was like, y'all lucky y'all got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of artists be feeling that way. So
I think that's a good point, Drew. Like, I kind of look at it like, you know, recently, to give a sports analogy, we've seen OKC having the best start to the season, just won a championship. Like, and I was talking to my dad about it. Like, it's very hard to stay as hungry as you were before you achieved a certain level of success.
Yeah.
And we always say, oh, you know, this artist was so much better back, you know, back in the day, back when he was younger, he was hungry. It's like, well, yeah, that's a natural cause and effect. Like, it's hard to, an animal, after he successfully hunts, he ain't hunting like he was when he was fucking starving.
But
like,
you know, you don't even got to compare it to athletes. You can compare it to everyday people. None of us go to work every day with the same vigor we did when we first got to that. It's like, sometimes I'm happy I showed up. Like, so,
I was about to say, you're not going to work the same way the day after payday as you were, you know, the second week in between. Like, it's just natural. So, no, I don't think every artist could do that, but I do like the intentionality he had behind his rollout. I feel like we're all screaming to see whether we saw it with the Clips and the excellent job that they did. A$AP Rocky, like, you have so many people now that's like, their rollout is like, oh, will he or won't he drop? And it's like, no, man, like Bruno Mars, shit. He announced new songs coming, new albums coming. Oh, yeah, new tour.
Yeah.
And, like, there's not this guesswork. It's like, okay, let's see what he has. So I appreciate that. And, yeah, I just want to get into the album. I really appreciate when an artist doesn't just waste their intro track. I know we've talked about this before, but, like, when you straight get two, I feel like that does such a bonus for you and makes a listener more compelled to keep listening, as we always talk about. But a lot of artists you'll see, they either have like some type of skit or, you know, a quick song that leaves you wanting more. I don't think Rocky did that at all.
Hey, listen, you hadn't listened yet, but me and Drew started listening at the same time. I text Drew 30 seconds in. I was like, oh, he got me. He got me.
No, Order of Protection, like, I don't think that's the song I necessarily added, but I just like the fact that you throw the album on and you straight up get A$AP Rocky.
Get to it, right? Yeah,
you get to it. So, but then Helicopter, like, well, how y'all want to go song by song? How y'all want to do
song
it?
by song. It deserves
it. Did y'all have any notes? I don't really have any notes other than that on Order of Protection.
Just real quick, I was going to tell you, B, I was driving to work that morning and I was on track 4, and I texted Gerard. I said, "Dog, this album." And Gerard said he did it. I said, "Gerard, I'm about to cry. You don't understand." And then
after 4 songs,
and then he said, "You deserve it, bro." I said, "It's happy cries. We deserve it." And then where was it? I thought I saw it again, but I can't remember. But yeah, dude, it was one of those albums where like track to track to track to track. I was texting him like, "Bro, like it can't. How much better is it gonna get? Each track is getting better and better to me." And just what I noticed first. From this first whole listen, the production was so clean and tight and smooth, and like I can put in a big pause right there if you want, but dude, it was you could hear it. You could hear the craft that went into this album. And then I went and looked, and like, bro, the producers he has on this album are producers he has for like movies. Like Danny Elfman's on it. Danny Elfman's done some of the biggest movies you could ever think of, like TV shows and shit like that. And he's got who the fuck else was it? Sorry. Give me 1 second. Fuck it. I'll find it later as we go. But dude, he put the time in, and you can tell on this album.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Wow, I'm kind of shocked. You was that touch after the 4th song, but that's real love, man.
The 4th song was the one with The Weeknd, man. That shit hit.
Which one? Soda Flow?
I'm sorry, did I have it? No, I'm sorry, Stay Here for Life. Yeah, that Interrogation, I keep forgetting is like an actual track on the album. I thought it's like an added on to like the end of Helicopter, you know?
Yeah.
So
okay, so
yeah, so I'm sorry, Stay Here for Life is the one where I was like, bro, this is amazing.
That's Brent. That's what Brent Faiyaz is.
Yeah. I'm saying not The Weeknd. My bad.
No, you good. Personally, that was my favorite track out of the album. Most likely the song I'll be repeating for a little while the most, but Helicopter, like we saw it was dropped early. For that to be the 2nd song, the tempo, that is like, that's probably the A$AP mode I enjoy the best. Like, great beat and just going on it. Like, you know, I talked about the beat switch ups, but the music video being what GTA inspired almost.
Bro, that shit's
like,
so fire, bro. Like,
I just think he did such a great job with the thought process of that song. And then, like I said, you start off with Order of Protection, Helicopter's second track. Shit, I don't know. Interrogation, I know if it's not like it doesn't fit, but it's like, man, like he could have went on such a run that I'm going to speak on later. Mm-hmm. But I'm curious what y'all thoughts are on Helicopter 2.
Love it. It's a great song to get you hooked right back into the album, to get your attention.
Yeah. See, I listened to it first because I watched the video. And so I knew, like, I didn't know it was gonna be track number 2, but like, I'm glad it was. Like, so I'm glad it was, but because I love that song, and like you said, B, like that's the Rocky like we know and love, you know. So like, get you high energy, get you a great fucking beat, you know what I'm saying, and then just get barring up on it. Like, so like I love that. And then Interrogation is cool. I don't know if it was a perfect transition. You know what I'm saying? But I'm fine with it right there. You know,
I don't think it should have been its own track. It didn't take
away anything.
Yeah,
but it's like, did it add any? Like, I don't even mind the audio, but
it should have been part of Stole Your Flow.
Stole
just
Your
like
Flow,
the first 20 seconds of that or something. You know?
Yeah,
I guess yeah. But then shit, you get to Stole Your Flow.
Whew. Let's talk about it, B.
Hey.
I feel like you got a lot to say about this one.
I actually don't have a lot to say. It's more so he said it wasn't about somebody. You listen to the song, it's like
absolutely
it's clearly about
you know what's funny, though? It's kind of ironic, and also I don't even know if I want to say karma, but it's definitely ironic. It's the same thing, Gerard. You pointed out so accurately and in great fashion when Kanye was talking about how you could listen to the song, and Drake's, and like he's holding that one person, and you don't necessarily know, but you right. It's literally the opposite of that. I'm like, bro, this has to be like, who else would he be competing with when it comes to Rihanna? Like, he's very clearly this has to be targeted towards one person. And then I thought,
so it's about two people. It's about two people.
Who's the second person?
The second one is Bari, A$AP Bari. Like,
okay,
so when
I'm not too familiar with him.
When he talk about the snitching part, a lot of people like automatically assume it's about Drake. That's not about Drake. That's about Bari. But so it's about two people.
So our two songs, because Stop Snitching clearly.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
no,
that's
that
not
one,
all about Bari,
but that's not all about Bari. That's in general.
Right, but the shoe kind of fit.
Yeah, the shoe fit, right?
okay, got you. But no, dude, that's the only thing I came away from. I'm like, he said I'm so articulate in the interview and that it wasn't directed towards Drake, but I was listening to the song like, nigga, you lying. This is definitely about Drake. So, but again, the song, I love the song. Like, again, another bars you want from A$AP, like another good beat. I'm loving it so far, listening to it, and it starts off the run that I think I was going to mention to you guys. So, yeah, I'm curious what y'all.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw that interview, I was like, I can tell from his body language, it was like, now you know. I wasn't gonna let you get that shit off, and I wasn't gonna respond. Like, that's what it was like. It was like, it wasn't like I don't take this shit personally. When I see you in the streets, we ain't about to tussle, but you know I'm about to say something back. Like, that's how he felt in that interview. Like, niggas, take it how you want to take it, but I know you knew I was gonna respond. Don't sit right there and act like I want to just sit right there. So that's how I took that interview. But like, it was fire. Like, I loved it. And you know what's crazy about the internet? We just love drama because everybody just flocked right to that. Like, bro, like, come on,
came out of the woodworks this weekend for that song.
Like, everybody loves drama. Like, I don't care if it's reality show, even sports. Your favorite sport teams these days is nothing but drama,
right? Like,
and we love it. So yeah,
this song alone though sparked the J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake fans. All of them were in the comments for like A$AP's post this weekend. Just like it was all about J. Cole's the song, the diss 2, track 2. Like, he better not come with that weak shit on the off season. It's like, he can't go. And then it was about the A$AP. I was like, A$AP can't go anywhere without mentioning Drake. I'm like, and then it was just, where's Kendrick at in all this? Is he going to respond again? It was just, come on, man. Like, just let him have his moment.
Did Kendrick have anything to respond?
No. Just people just come out the woodwork.
So J. Cole, Kendrick, the part Drew talking about is from J. Cole. Because J. Cole mentioned, like, had some little subliminal shit, but
And one of the recent songs he dropped?
Yeah, it's a snippet.
Oh,
He said some subliminal shit, but whatever. I'm not on that.
Well,
but,
then it's all about going to war and shit on his records, and he better keep that same energy when he backed out of the beef. It's all been about that with J. Cole and Kendrick.
But I don't think that's where J. Cole can never make me feel like he really gonna stand on that. So
but Rocky really woke people up with this one though, and it's good to have that again.
Yeah. And then I don't think that's fair that people say like, "Oh, why are you responding to Drake?" And it's like, bro, Drake been shooting at Rocky and Rihanna for the longest. Like, let him get this shit off, and then we move on. Like, we don't need to like pick a side. Just listen to the music and move the fuck on. Like that's between them. And now we can keep enjoying the album. So
stay here for life.
Right.
Again, I thought that was the perfect. Well, Dryad had explained that was a sample of a sample. But again, I think it's a beautiful song, beautiful crafted song.
Yeah.
I think it's a great example of what you're supposed to do when you have R&B artists and then you have a rapper. I think again, it's the album or the song on the album that I'll probably replay the most because man, the vocals are amazing. I think A$AP Rocky still, even with a different tempo. The lyrical content of that song I thought was very impressive.
Yes.
And it's just smooth as hell. Like you whether you riding solo somewhere, whether you got your lady with you, like you got the family, I think it's one of those songs you can literally just ride to no matter what the demographic is. So I'm very impressed. I think that'll be a song that easily could be on the radio.
Easy.
Be successful.
Easy.
So
yeah.
I can see it going platinum very
that.
fast too with that track alone. All right, shit. Multiple times platinum. This is the one track where I really, really noticed the production on it because, like, the beat's amazing to it, the vocals are amazing, the lyrics are fire. Like, obviously, it's a fucking song, but it's a good fucking song. Like one you can sing along to. But the production, what I talk about after the chorus is done and A$AP comes back on his verse, the way the beat drops with his lyrics sounds so clean and like.
Yeah.
Like I said, someone really took like the microscope when they were editing this shit and just dropped it right on the cue and just made it work. Like it's phenomenal how they crafted this album.
Agreed.
No, I agree. I love the beat on Playa. Again, I thought that song. So I mentioned the stretch. I'm just gonna name the stretch that I have that I'm very impressed with. When you go from Stole Your Flow to Stay Here for Life to Playa. No trespassing to stop snitching. That
that's crazy, bro.
Like I thought, because Drew, you name your stretch or the run that you like, and mine literally is the same. But like,
I'll add "Shut the Fuck Up" to it though for me for that run because I think I think Stole Your Flow to "Shut the Fuck Up" is amazing. That run.
See, and you said you explained why you enjoy.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a second.
And I don't have much criticism on the album, but to me, Shut the Fuck Up was the only track I'm like, I probably could do without. But I respect what he attempted to do. I see why he tried it, especially when you had Punk Rocky right after it.
Exactly.
So it's not like I'm not going to bash it, say it was awful, shouldn't have been on the album. Just to me, again, when you have that stretch from Stole Your Flow to Stop Snitching, it's like, damn. It's like... I don't know, you're on a roller coaster and it kind of comes to a little halt or a pause or slows down before it takes off again a little later. But no, that stretch was incredible to me. Yeah. So I'm curious. I want to hear what you thought of.
We'll keep going first with Playa though, in order. Playa to me is one of those songs that I go back to when we talk about top albums from last year. It's one of those choruses that just sticks in your head because I've been going around all week and show 'em how to ball, show 'em how to play. It's just been in my head nonstop. There's times like we'll be talking about going to hoop on Monday. I was going around the house just show 'em how to ball, show 'em how to play, just shooting fake J's around the house, bro. It's songs like that if they get stuck in your head, the rest of the song becomes easy to know and it becomes one of your favorites when it's all said and done. I love that song.
No, I'm a big fan. Drive. What's your thoughts on it?
No, I love Playa. Like that's. I think I'm with you, B. Yeah, from Stole Your Flow on down, but I do add Shut the Fuck Up too. Actually, mine's is to Punk Rocky. So yeah, that's Playa
Playa
is very catchy, very catchy. So
yeah. No
So I want to hear
trespassing.
what you guys thought of "Shut the Fuck Up" because we can get into "No Trespassing" first. I thought "No Trespassing" was one of the songs I added as one of my favorites. So it's got a star by it. Again, that beat was amazing to me.
No Trespassing is fire.
It's an energy track.
Yeah.
And the first time I listened on my phone, so I already thought it was pretty good. But then I listened finally in the
car?
Jeep later.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, the phone don't do this song. No, like you can't get the beat effects like to add the extra adrenaline rush you get from that song. Like
The phone doesn't do the first 10 songs justice. The car
No.
does.
bro, when you listen to that beat on "No Trespassing," there's no way you are going to speed limit. Like it's just
Nah.
it's physically impossible. Like you go want to drive faster, and it's the perfect song for a Friday night. That's what I'll say. That's literally the day I listened to it. The day I was like, damn, like yeah, the phone don't even compare. Like I hope nobody out there is just going simply off of listening on the phone because the track has so much more, whether you're listening on headphones or in the vehicle. So that's definitely my notes when it comes to "No Trespassing."
So when the first play, "No Trespassing" was my favorite song, and then
Until-
Drew was a track ahead, so he was like, "Stop snitching," like bro, "Stop snitching" is it. And
I
then,
paused
like,
it so I could catch
right,
up to Gerard.
yeah, I was like,
I'm sorry,
And
so
then
I
when
can
I heard,
slow down for
like, so
Gerard.
that's when like my favorite track started changing from here on out because it was like, nah, "No Trespassing" is it. This is my favorite song. Fuck it. I was like, no, now it's "Stop Snitching." "Stop Snitching" is my favorite song.
Man,
Like,
bro.
like, so, and
That
then-
beat on "Stop Snitching" is so fucking raw, man.
Bro.
Just that wah, wah in the back. Oh my god, bro! I played this song. I was texting Gerard. I think I was like 2 tracks ahead at the
Yeah.
time, and I just texted Gerard. I was like, "Hey, I just had to replay a song real quick." And I never do that on a first listen. That song fucking bangs. And
It
not
does.
to mention, isn't it Sauce Walker on that?
Yes, shout out
So
to
the
Sauce
first time
Walker.
I thought it was Boss Man. It sounded like him at first.
Yeah.
I thought it was Boss Man D-Lo. Then I went back like, no, that's Sauce. And B, after our conversations, I may have to start doing a deep dive on Sauce Walker.
Shout out to
now,
Sauce
'cause
Walker. He
That
That
floated on
verse
that
was
shit.
fire, dude.
Yeah.
It seems like it's time.
It's time. Maybe that's our homework for the next pod. We all
Yeah.
listen to an album of
He
his.
floated on that shit, bro. Shout out to Sauce Walker. But
So B, I'll tell you real quick about STFU. It's simple. It's white people music, man. That's probably why you don't like it. It's simple as
No,
that.
I like certain white songs, but
Bro,
I
that
ain't-
song makes me want to fucking rage, dude. Like, just start headbanging and shit. And at the same time, like, the part I loved about it is when he had that little breakdown. He's like, "What about you and Rihanna? Shut the fuck up. When's the album coming
yeah.
out? Shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
Like, bro, shut the fuck
That's-
up. The album's speaking for itself at this point, so just let the music speak of why it took him 7 years. I felt like it was a staple for this album to have that on that. Just let Rocky do what he wants. But at the same time, I feel like this is the perfect instrumental for like 90s action movies back in the day, like popcorn movies. When you hear this, it sounds like it could be put into like Mortal Kombat 3 or something, you know? It's just I fucking love it. So I feel like if you hear it again in that kind of light beat, like, okay, I kind of get it, because it's got like fast-paced 90s cheesy action movie vibes.
Bro.
That's what I love.
it so on the same whim as far as the 90s nostalgia, like me and Rocky the same age. I think I might be a year older or something
He's
like that.
37, right? Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a year older. So Shut the Fuck Up and Punk Rocky is classic MTV music. Like when you're watching MTV, like the
Beautiful.
music videos. So
Yeah.
I'm watching that, and it reminds me of like Nirvana. It reminds me of like Stain. Like when you're
Korn.
watching those groups, like, and so that's what Shut the Fuck Up is into Punk Rocky. So if you're gonna take a chance as an artist, put it in the middle of the fucking album, so people can like digest it, and then you move on from it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like putting it in the very beginning or the very end. So I like where he placed the album. So I gave him a plus on that. And then like I said, it was so nostalgic just to hear that shit. Like, and then
Yeah.
you could think, like I said, the Punk Rocky video came out. So I saw the Punk Rocky, and I text y'all like, yo, this shit, like, I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Because that reminds me of Nirvana so much, Punk Rocky. So, like, I listened to it, I was like, yo, I love this shit. And then when I heard Shut the Fuck Up on the album, I'm like, oh, yeah, shout out to Rocky, bro. Like, you
This
speaking to
album
all the
draws a tale
90s
of two
babies,
halves
dog.
to me
Like,
because of these
like,
two songs.
yeah.
You get so after Shut the Fuck Up, that's the first 10 of the album, and those all generally sound like the same kind of style, like the energy style. Once it goes into punk rocky, you could honestly put Disc 2 on it at that point.
Yeah,
which is weird the way the album's laid out like that, with Disc 2 only being 2 tracks.
SWAT Team,
I don't get
yeah.
I don't
get that at all.
They could have just been bonus tracks at that point.
Yeah.
But honestly, you can hear the switch, obviously, when it goes into punk rocky. But from punk rocky on, it's a full experimental album after that, and I love it. So
I enjoyed punk rocky more than I enjoyed Shut the Fuck Up.
And that's fair.
Maybe Shut the Fuck Up was made for a person like me, but no, I tried it twice.
Did you like Punk Rocky just because he tried something like completely new for his sound? I wouldn't even say it's completely new because he's had full singing songs before.
Yeah. I just generally I thought I would go back and listen to Punk Rocky more than I would listen to Shut the Fuck Up. I think to me personally, at a given point, Shut the Fuck Up kind of gets annoying as a song, and I think that's one reason why it's like. I don't know. Before that song, I feel like there wasn't a track. Even the skit we mentioned, like it could have been the intro to another song, but I didn't think it didn't necessarily fit. And I even think that Shut the Fuck Up fits because, like you said, it transitions into punk rocky. But I mean, if it's one song on an album I still don't think that's a not on that project. Like it just wasn't the one.
And I'm not
for
even
me.
going to sit here and be like, B, you have to like Shut the Fuck Up. Like, you have to like this song to like this album. It's not even like that. It's like, I just feel as time goes on, if you hear this album more and you keep listening to it, when it comes on, be like, okay, I'm starting to like it a little more and more. Because honestly, it took me about 3-4 listens to really like punk rocky. The first time I heard it, I'm like, it's just okay. Second time, I was like, okay, I'm hearing more and more shit. And then he was on The Tonight Show or The Late Show or something, and he performed it live.
It was one of them. SNL, one of them.
Yeah, one of them. He performed it live with like the whole music video cast and like the backdrop in the back. And when I watched it on there and he did it live, I'm like, damn, I actually really like this song now.
Yeah,
so
that's what sold me. The music video sold me on punk rocky.
With Winona Ryder in it, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, it was fire.
It's a true music video.
Yeah. So apparently Air Force was supposed to have Frank Ocean on it. I hear him, but he's not credited. So if you listen to like Air Force, you know how it has those different parts where it switch up and like it goes into like the harmonizing
melodic,
and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's Frank. I don't know why he's not credited. He cleared the vocals. They had to kind of convince him to clear the vocals, but he's still not credited. So
and when you told me that when we were texting, I didn't even know it was him. I couldn't even tell at first. So I thought it was
maybe he's going to be credited on the full credits as background vocals. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he's not credited as an artist on here. So I don't know what that's about. But I enjoyed that song too. So
see, and the first listen when I heard this song, it's like, man, that's the one song I don't care for on this album. I was like, it just doesn't fit to me with the way it breaks down and like the melodic shit. Yeah, I've listened to this album 4 times now, and after that, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to like it more and more. Like it's growing. It's not one of my favorites, but I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Whiskey. What'd you guys think of Whiskey?
I like Whiskey.
Why'd you think it'd be my favorite, B? I was curious.
Because of West Side
Gorillas. Oh, well, Gorillas are in it too.
Yeah,
that's the one. I thought that's why.
You said who?
The Gorillas in the background.
Well, yeah. I mean, I knew you said you were excited for the Gorillas. Yeah. It has West Side Gun and all the boos you love.
But see,
I don't know about
first time I heard this, I couldn't hear the Gorillas in the back. Without features on it, sometimes it's hard to tell. So then when you hear it multiple times, this album truly takes multiple listens to hear everything on it because it's pretty fucking layered. But then I realized I was like, what the fuck song were Gorillas on? Weren't they supposed to be featured? So I went back on the second list. I'm like, you can hear it in the back. But yeah, that West Side Gun is blue balls when it comes to this album.
That's what I'm saying, like, I really don't know what he added besides his ad libs, but
it's what he's talking about at the end of the song. Pretty much, he's talking about like killing someone, I guess. I don't know. He just adds the boop boop boos.
Yeah,
I don't know. It didn't make sense. I agree.
But no, when you know somebody's musical taste a little bit, like when Gerard said that Rivalry was his favorite song, like that makes complete sense.
I knew it would be right when I heard Doechii.
he loves jazz music. He loves New Orleans. Like he loves artists pushing themselves and being creative. Like so when he said that, I'm like, you know what? That makes complete sense. But no, I love like you said after I think Drew you said around Shut the Fuck Up is when the no I think you said Punk Rocky is when
it
the sound
switches.
changes.
Yeah.
But I think this is one of the best examples you can give an artist and like if the artist says they want to try something new and like outside the box, I think if you play Robbery for them and you show the creativity, the confidence that Doechii has when she's it's like you literally feel like you can see the whole scene just based off listening to their lyrics. You can see the robbery. You can see the confidence that Doechii has when she's talking about not worried about the opinions of other people. And what she say to call her in New Orleans? Was it? Fuck, what she say her name is in the lyrics? It wasn't Doechii. She said something like, was it Chi-Chi or something like that? But I'm like, man, this is so
Doechii
like,
or something
Chi-Chi.
like that.
Yeah,
Dress me to
Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, this is so like the pace has that upbeat jazz tempo where like something. Usually, if in a movie you guys talk about like the action movies, when you hear that type of song in a movie when something's going on in a jazz club, it's usually right before some type of chaos.
Man.
So setting up a robbery perfectly, like I'm like, bro, this song is so good. Like it makes me want to hear something new from Doechii. But I think he got the perfect artist to try that song with. And I was gonna ask y'all. In my opinion, I think Doechii has the best feature on this album, and I'm curious what you guys think, because, like you said, West Side Gun didn't really. Well, I thought Sauce was solid, but I don't know if there's anybody else other than Tyler the Creator that I would say.
Oh, yeah, that version.
Like
kills
was
their
like
feature,
starred
like-
in their feature. Yeah.
Yeah, like I came away like, dude.
I like that.
Rocky
though,
really had to bring his shit on that song because Doechii killed it. Like I'm very impressed.
So I will give a lot of credit to Sauce Walker. I feel like he starred in his feature. Like he floated on that shit.
For sure.
Yeah, I just think people hadn't got to that part. I agree with you, B, that Doechii, she's a star. She like
Bro.
I'm speechless because there's nothing really much else you can say about her, and I don't understand like the hate she gets, because it's clear she's a star, bro. Just them rapping on a jazz record, a swing record, like his 1920s, like we watching like what's the Eddie Murphy movie?
What?
Life.
No. No.
Yeah, but like we watching a movie, like when you listening to it, and so like them on there together, Harlem Nights, yeah, like so we watching Harlem Nights, and you just see both of them on there like as a tag team together. I can't like I hope that's the next music video because you can see it already in the song.
Could
so
be. Yeah,
like
easily,
so,
man.
yeah. But I definitely enjoyed that record, and like you said, that's such a creative record, like from the both of them, like putting all their artistry at work, and I love that song for real. Like that was my as soon as I hit it at track 13, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. This the one right here. So,
B, you want to hear great radio?
Yeah.
So, Robbery easily could have been placed into a movie that you may have recently watched. More later on the pod.
All right.
Sinners. How would that?
Don't be.
Dude, that would have placed perfectly in Sinners. Robbery.
No, it would have.
Well,
No,
like,
definitely would have.
dude, the best part about that song is like, it reminds me of like one of like old jazzy swinging clubs, but like with those parts where like two artists look at each other and they break down and just start rapping.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
bro, I can picture it. Like, clear. If a song can do that, there's something special about it. And I texted Gerard, I was like, bro, your girl killed it. Like, no doubt about it. She fucking stole the show on that. And honestly, I wouldn't mind more songs from the both of them together.
right. Don't Be Dumb, Trip Baby. I really enjoyed this song, and I couldn't tell like so. They said it was the first half of the song was leaked a few years back, which made me. That's why I text you, Drew. Like, is this about yams? Like, because when you think about it, like it's talking in the first person, like he talking about a female, but when you listen to the words of the song like that, it's talking about a person like that you miss. like that's not there, that's no longer there. Like you wish you could see them again. So like that's why I thought the first half of Don't Be Done was about Yams. I could be wrong, but you know what I'm saying. Like, but I really
I'm gonna be honest, Gerard. I didn't even think of any of the ASAP Mob on this album, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a sad thing or like the times that are behind us, but there's nothing about this album that like made me think of that whole clique in that era. I felt like this was just a brand new start to like a new chapter in Rocky's career, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wasn't thinking of Yams at all on this project.
And then like some people were saying like it was the first part was an ode to Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? That he would do anything like just to keep her around. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that. Yeah.
I mean, whatever it is, the fact that it has us like thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a great song. Like so,
yeah.
Like this is also one of my favorites. The both parts, Don't Be Dumb and
I like the Trip Baby part more.
Trip Baby, yeah.
But after like said and done, it might be my least favorite track on the album. I don't get anything from it.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just okay to me.
Because he sang this on SNL too. So.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
Maybe I actually did like Trip Baby better than Don't Be Dumb, but I didn't dislike Don't Be Dumb. But that was one of the beat switch ups I talked about. Like,
yeah,
I'm curious what Trip Baby would have been like as like its own full song, because I feel like I really enjoyed that one. And then to go from that to the end, which funny enough, I saw the structure of the album. Like after listening to it, it kind of was flowing, and I'm listening to the end. I'm like, bro, why is this not
ending?
Like, this feels like it should have been literally the end. Like, why is there more songs? Like, what the fuck am I missing? And mind you, the additional songs are kind of like bonus tracks.
Yeah.
So it felt like, you know, when they what is it? The second version of the deluxe album. It felt like album dropped on the first day as the deluxe, because you get SWAT Team and then Fish and Steak. But then I'm like, dude, Fish and Steak should have been on the first disc, because
so was SWAT Team should have been in that first 10.
So to me, it feels like SWAT Team and Fish and Steak was added later. That's what it feels like. I think the end was literally the end. Like,
stylize it as disc 2 is weird though. I still don't get why he did it like that. And then the album teaser at the end, like, what the fuck are you teasing? Like, the album's done.
It might be more. That's what I'm saying. Like,
it just left so literally. The end should be the end, the final sound of whatever the disc structure. Like, the end should have been the end, because if it was, I feel like it's the perfect outro. Like, I don't know, it just kind of let me confused. But SWAT Team and Fish, I think Fish and Steak is one of the better songs on the album. So it's like, I'm just curious why it was on the disc, on the second disc, or if it was a song that like Tyler may have helped him with, or they worked on after his actual project was dropped. Like, let me just throw this in here.
I think it was that. I think, and I could be wrong, I think it was the last song sent in.
Yeah, like I'm a nosy person, so I literally found myself listening to the song and then saw the additional tracks, and it's like, I just wish I could talk to A$AP Rocky just to know, like, the structure why. Like, it just, for this to be so intentional and concise, I just came away with questions. And again, it's not that anything was bad, because both SWAT Team and Fish and Steak was good, but you listen to the end and you expecting to not hear anything on the album, being like, man, that's a great close. Then you get more. So it just kind of left me a little confused structure-wise, but I do generally enjoy the end. I thought that's one hell of an outro, and he nailed it. If that would have been the outro as well as the intro on the album, like, I came away very impressed. But yeah, I'm curious what y'all think of the end and then the disc too.
The same. Yeah, I feel the same. Like, I felt like it was a nice bow tie for the end of the album. You know, I think in the digital age no more you can't like, bonus tracks and like surprise everybody like you used to back in the day, where like you could put the 2 bonus tracks and you just got to sit and wait for the tape to keep rolling. That's
a good point.
Personally, I think The End is one of his best songs ever to date. Like, it's not my favorite, but it's just how good that song is from start to finish. Like, this is the way the world ends, just eerie going into it. it really caps off how great this album is in full. And, like, he's actually speaking about some real shit on that song.
Yeah.
Like, talking about, like, the public schools and everything and what kids are being fed. Just, you know what I like about this album, B? He's very, very braggadocious, which he's always has been, but he does talk about his family on this album. You just have to hear it. Like, talk about tucking his kids in the bed, just saying go home and raise your kids. Like, that's where I've been, shit like that. Just, I love to hear it. Like, you may not get a full song talking about his whole family, but I'm just glad he sprinkles it in here and there within his lyrics to talk about it. So I think the way I feel about the way it's set up, this is the perfect end to the full album. If this was the 90s, the two albums would have came out the same day, and you can buy the regular album, tracks 1 through 15.
And the Target exclusive.
You can buy the Target exclusive for $12.99 with 2 extra tracks on it.
Right.
So, and a different cover. So that makes me sleep at night, B.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I just love the genuine joy. And, again, I have to apologize because I had said fuck everything about this album after about the third or fourth delay. But, I mean, I think overall, and again, coming back to the first original question I asked you guys, it makes me think about artist development. It makes me think about patience, when it's best for an artist to step away, when an artist shouldn't step away, like what's the best. But I think ultimately A$AP Rocky cemented himself as one of the artists we talk about from that, 10, 15 years ago period, and still able to do it, if not better than they were at that point. But you can't leave him out. Like, he's one of them ones. And I remember we talked about, Drew, you mentioned how the previous album made you wonder kind of about his legacy. Like, I don't have anything more that I need from A$AP Rocky. And it's not like I need retirement at this point, but it's like, bro, at this point, when it comes to just thinking about a person's life, this man has wanted life. Like, you got 2 classic, if not possibly how you view this one, 3, like you said. And I think the thing that helped him, Drew, when you mentioned like not every artist could have done this step away or taken this much time, he's still been relevant without dropping the music. So now this is like, oh, okay, this is what you've been thinking musically and what you've kind of been doing. As Gerard said, you took that time away. But it's like, man, like, I think is the brand ambassador for what's the glasses brand? Ray-Ban. It's like, so you see him there, like you always see him at the fashion show. He has a very public relationship. Like, he had dropped songs, by the way, leading up to this, not associated to the album, and that almost left you wanting more. It's like, bro, this is a banger. Like, where the fuck is the album at? But now I take a step back and it's like, wow, I'm very impressed again by the rollout. I love the creativity. I think he's willing to take a chance in a way most artists aren't. And again, when you don't have that label that is in the background trying to tell you do this, do that, I think he's just a great example when you talk about an artist outside of music, inside of music. Like, A$AP Rocky is one of them ones, man. And again, for this to be one of the first albums to drop of the year, I think it set the tone for a great 2026. And we talked about how artists, all the artists you mentioned, Drew, with the drama, one thing that Beef did that we give credit to is everybody had to change their game and step it up a little bit. So I'm looking forward to what everybody else drops. But, like, as time goes on, I think this is an album and a project that will only get better. And I really don't have anything negative to say other than, Shut the Fuck Up just wasn't the song for me. But again, you have 17 tracks, and it's only one I came away from like, I'm good.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a great job done. Like, so what more can you ask for? And again, we didn't know if we was going to get this album. Like, it became official, I think, November maybe.
Yeah.
But we didn't. It got to that point where it was almost like Cardi B we used to mention. It was like, bro, at this point, I just want Rocky to drop something because I hope he's not nervous about what it'll sound like or, being similar to his previous album. But I gave credit to Cardi B last year. I got to give credit to A$AP Rocky. When you go 7 years without dropping something, you drop something like this, man, you deserve the credit because you easily could have dropped something. It could have been in the same fashion or light as the previous project or not as good as his first 2. And then we're talking about, hey, he had a good first 2 albums. Bro, this is a completely different, kind of conversation we're having. I think he deserves credit for that because that's all we're asking for, man.
Agreed.
Well said.
Yep.
Did you guys have any final
ahead.
thoughts on the
Go
album?
ahead,
Anything
Gerard.
you guys want?
Nah, go for it. Go for it.
Oh, dude, I can't say enough about this album. Like, everything laid out perfectly for this album. Like, start of the year, there's always a drought in music. This guy hasn't released in 7 years. Boom, my album's gonna come out. It has so much fucking energy for this time of year when it's so dull outside. Like, it gave me like a spark of life to start the year, I feel like, because I was still kind of sluggish from Christmas and all that. So I really look forward to talking about this album in December, because I feel like right now, like, dude, the bar is set very high from this album. I'm very sick of going on the internet this weekend and people saying this album's mid. And I'm like, there's nothing mid about this album at all. If you're a music fan, if you're a person who goes in and just looks for hot singles, sure, I guess it is. But if you're a guy like us who goes in and wants full projects and quality and experimentation, like, this is beyond mid. Like, he really put his all into this album. Like I said, the last time he released a good album to me was 11 years ago with At Long Last ASAP. So I listened to Testing this week. I was like, you know what? It's been 6 years. Let me go back and just see if my mind has matured at all, if it's changed how I feel. That album sucks, man. There's no passion. There's no soul in that album. I'm not even trying to be a jokester about it. Like, it's really passionless. There's nothing to write home about with it. It's called Testing, and you'd think he'd really try his hand at experimentation, but, like, what he even experimented on didn't even work in the slightest on that album. So then I went back and listened to At Long Last ASAP. I said, let me go back and see why I love this guy in the first place. And you can hear it, first 5 tracks on that album, just how well thought out, how well produced, how great the sounds are on it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going into this Don't Be Dumb with an open mind. Used to be in my top 3 back in the day, and let's see if he can reach that level, bro. I am blown away with how much effort and just talent went into this album. Like, the artistry shines, and I'm very happy. I told Gerard he doesn't have to release ever again for me. He did his job.
Yeah. And
So
I feel the same.
Yeah,
The same
it's like
as
a
both of y'all.
9.5 right to me right now, but could be higher at the end of the year.
Yeah. I feel a perfect mixture of both of y'all. Like, I'm a real ASAP Rocky fan. Like, when the ASAP Mob came out, like, I was like really entrenched in like the
It was a time, man.
yeah, the movement that they had going on. So Rocky will always have a special place in my heart. And so like Drew said, I mentioned he's a real artist. So I don't go into his music looking for him to be like super poppy and release a big hit record or super boom bop hip hop. I think there's going to be a mixture of everything. Like he mixes a little bit of everything in his music. He's the kid that we all are, that grew up watching TV, watching the music videos, MTV on, BET on, and looked at all of that shit and said, I want to do it all. And he has.
Yep.
He's dabbled in fashion, he's dabbled in acting, he's dabbled in music, and so he puts all of that into his artistry, and that's what this album gave me. Like it came away with all of those things, and I'm super impressed. Like I would probably walk away from this album giving it about a 9.5 too, because like I said, it was worth waiting for. He spent 7 years of his life doing other shit, starring in movies, getting married, having 3 kids, building a family, something that he didn't have growing up, you know what I'm saying? And as far as dealing with his legal issues and stuff like that, with people that he once considered himself friends with, and then said, hey, I'm still going to take the time out to like be intentional about this album. And you feel it. Like you listen to the album and it feels like intentionality. Like it don't feel like somebody threw some shit at the wall and sees what sticks. Like it didn't. It felt like it was like really thought about, a really thorough album, and I was just super impressed. You know, I do think there's hits on this album.
For sure.
It depends on how the people listen. And right now it looked like he's on a fast track to number 1 when I sent y'all the numbers that's initially coming out. So like I do think there's hits on this record, but that's not what this album about. Like when you listen to the whole thing, I'm super impressed with what Rocky did, you know what I'm saying? And I'm you know happy for him that he was able to get this off, you know. And like Drew said, Testing came out and we didn't particularly enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? So like that left a bad taste in our mouth. But honestly, I wasn't really tripping off of Testing. I just I want to hear Rocky and see what, like, sometimes you want to hear the artist and see, like, how do you view the world today? You know what I'm saying? Not even on some shit like, I need you to do better than you did before. Like give me an idea of how your brain is working and like what do you feel and stuff. And that's what Rocky did. So yeah, I'm super impressed with this album. Had a great time listening to it. It's definitely going on my top 10.
For sure.
Like since 2026 just started, you feel me? So
Dude, that's just like it's gonna be one of those years like, god damn, is it gonna beat Rocky's album at this point?
Exactly.
Like it just started. Like I'm so excited for J. Cole's album now and even Bruno's album. Like what a great way to start the year.
No,
I just
agree.
hope there's no drought in the summer. That'll kill us.
Man, I hope not either. Right.
Honestly, I'm not worried about a drop. I feel like if there's no good albums in the summer, we'll definitely get some bangers because everybody wants to put out something in the summertime.
Yeah.
So, bro, I'm just glad when you start off the year with one of the heavy hitters, like you can get a good album from somebody that's maybe not at the top tier.
Yeah.
But again, when you get that person that's near or at that top tier that sets the tone, ain't a lot of bullshit that can come behind that. It may be some people that's got projects. It's like, you know what? Maybe I need to go back and tweet.
I mean,
tweet
shit,
just a
go
little
back
bit,
to his
so.
first album. He released in January of 2014, 13, something like that, and it's got fucking Problems attached to it. Like that's a great way to start. And One Train, which was a great posse cut track. Just, dude, if you're gonna release as a mega artist, you might want to consider releasing in January or February. A lot of people are gonna listen to your albums.
Yeah, hey, if you good enough, people gonna listen regardless.
Yeah.
I love that we've gotten away from, I think maybe last year, the year before that, every artist that was dropping and had features on it had the same exact features. And it's like, damn, like, so I appreciate the creativity of getting certain artists that, you're always gonna have your go-tos, but the Dolce song, Sauce Water, like getting other people, because we had gotten tired of Lil Baby and Gunna being a feature artist and Future for everybody.
21
Like,
Savage.
let's start to get some individuality. So I'm just glad we're getting back to that point, and again, telling stories, because ultimately, that's what the genre truly does in a way, some others don't. So shout out to A$AP Rocky, man. I don't know what else you guys listen to. I still haven't gotten around to the Wiz Khalifa. I definitely want to listen to that one, though, because I actually did enjoy Cushion OJ 2 more than most. But something I did that was a little unique, I actually did a deep dive on Mariah Carey's catalog.
Whoa.
And we all know the hits, but we talk about all the time artists and verses and X, Y, and Z, and it's like, when you think of toe-to-toe in just 20 songs...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know too many artists that
you're gonna have a long night fucking with.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I thought of Beyonce, and I truly was thinking of female artists that could go hit for hit with Mariah Carey, because we all know the ones that we do know, but then when you go into her early '90s, catalog of some stuff that may be forgotten, like let's see some songs.
Mimi is different.
Bro, it's like, could anybody truly
Oh, and B, she writes her own shit. So like she writes her own shit. So like that's the difference. Yeah, she stands above the pack, because not only can she sing, she write her own shit too.
And the vocal is like,
come on, man.
So I forgot, I knew this song was very popular on social media at one point, but It's a Rap by Mariah Carey. I don't know if y'all remember like the chorus, but that song is beautifully written. But then you forget, Don't Forget About Us. I had damn near forgot about that song. It's like, damn, like of Christmas Mariah Carey, and of the song from Rush Hour. Shit, what is that called? Well, ODB. They all cry every night talking. Sweet Fantasy, right?
Fantasy.
Another one. But then you get, the Emancipation of Mimi, like that album in itself has like, bro, I don't know who's competing in a fair fight against Mariah Carey. So that was very fun, though, like to hear the versatility she has, her voice, like you said, learning. She writes her own music, like, very, very impressed. And I don't know who could actually outdo her if you go 20 tracks in a versus. So that's all I've listened to. I'm curious, have y'all listened to anything else? Did y'all have any other projects y'all want to throw out there?
I ain't listening
All
to
A$AP this week.
Hey, well, shout out to ASAP, man. I've watched quite a bit, and Drew, I know you said you had something you wanted to add when we got to what we've watched, and you already. I mentioned finally watching Sinners for the very first time. I feel like I'm
Actually,
no longer
tell us about your experience watching Sinners.
Yeah.
To be honest, I feel like I have another group chat, and there was a debate whether or not Sinners was a classic or not. So I was like the only person that hadn't watched, so I needed to watch and give my opinion.
It's too early.
My honest opinion. You said what, Drew?
It's too early for that still. It just came out last year.
That was my takeaway, but there's people that felt it was a classic after the first time watching it. My honest takeaway was I thought it was a very good film, but I don't think that's a film that I could fully grasp in the one first watch. I definitely need to go back and watch it. But I love, again, we talk about creativity with albums. Like, I love when a director creates a movie that is original in these current days. Because everything's a remake.
I think that's why I said it was a classic. I don't think we ever saw a movie like Sinners.
I don't think I honestly. So there's certain elements apparently that are similar to just known things about vampires. Like, for instance, I didn't know it was known, like, when it comes to vampire culture, that they have to be invited into establishment. I didn't know that was a thing. So that was, Drew, when you asked what I thought. I'm watching a movie. I'm like, bro, are they, like, buying their time for something? Because clearly if they want to fucking bum rush and get into the establishment, there ain't nobody that's stopping them. So I'm like, are they waiting for something? Like, so then, and I watched the whole movie, y'all, and didn't realize until talking about it after with friends, the reason they came into the barn was literally because of the Asian chick telling them to come. I'm thinking this was like the build up. This was the moment they was finally going to enter. It never dawned on me, and I didn't fully understand that they needed an invite. So then I go back, and I'm like, oh, when old girl tried to get back, I can't think of her name, but the white lady, she tried to get back, and she asked dude, like, at the door, like, let me in. I'm like, why the fuck is she asking to be let? Like, that didn't click for me, but she was let in. Again, needed an invite. The three guys, or the crew that pulled up, the three white people that tried to get in playing the music. Yeah. Again, I'm like, bro, I'm not understanding why they, like. So it wasn't until understanding and talking with friends I realized the Asian lady, although she went out like a G, ultimately fucked the whole crew over by inviting them in and starting that scene. Yeah. So that was one thing. I love the action. Michael B. Jordan, I don't think gets enough credit for specific. So he was the two twins.
Oh, he killed that role.
Yeah.
But, you know, you hear Michael B. Jordan, and oftentimes you hear, oh, he's corny, blah, blah, blah. First off, his resume at this point, I don't know if there's too many people around his age group that can even compare.
Right.
But ultimately, I think when you see a person play two similar roles like that, oftentimes, so like Eddie Murphy, right? Your disguise or dressed up as somebody else. To play two twins, no different disguise, and it's like he gets away with playing two different people as a thing. Like, I don't think it's discussed how hard that is. And sorry, I'm getting my nerd bag. Like, my major was electronic media and film studies. So I remember in college watching classic movies, pausing it, looking at details, and it's like, bro, do y'all know how hard that fucking is to play two people in the same role? Like, bro, that's incredible.
And then he made us believe it is two different people.
Yeah. Right. So as a twin, mind you, and I'm caught up watching the movie, I'm like, bro, this is truly fucking with me. Because that's why I sent the text, right? Like, so is it one
No,
twin?
we knew you was high. We knew you was high. Like, it was no question.
But when I was asking about the twin, I didn't know if one of the twins was like a player and was talking to the two different chicks, or if it was one, if each individual twin had their own lady. But then you learn later on that it was the two individuals. But the scene that fucked me up, which I put in the chat, the dancing. So when they played the music and then you saw the break dancing and then you saw the twerking, that to me, that still first watch kind of went over my head. But I can see the layers that they were trying to show in that movie. But
it's my favorite part of the movie still.
So that's a deeper thing when you watch it multiple times, because like the movie you would think is about the twins. It's not about the twins. The movie is about Sammy.
It's about Preacher Boy.
Yeah. Like so the reason that the vampires were able to come to the club is because Sammy played music. And he's able to conjure up all the spirits. Like, if you're able to get a lot of people to follow you like that, which Sammy did, because of him singing and playing his guitar, he was able to gather a bunch of people. And so the vampires wanted that from him so that they can gather a bunch of people. That's what that scene was about. So now you see, when you see the break dance and when you see the blues and when you see the Indians dancing, when you see the Chinese people dancing, like, all those cultures were conjured up by Sammy. All those generations were conjured up by Sammy, and that's what the vampires wanted. So that's why that scene was so, like, prolific, is because of what Sammy holds inside of him is able to touch other generations. So that was the point of that.
Did y'all know that? I know you said when you watched multiple times. Did you know that after your first watch?
So
I did.
Yeah, after the first watch, I from the music, because, like, we're into music. From the music, I understood what they were trying to say. Now, after you watch it multiple times,
out-of-body experience.
Yeah, once you watch it multiple times, that's why I said you got to listen to the dialogue. They tell you that as the movie go on. Like, and then actually, what's his name? Remnant, the white vampire, says it. He was like, "I want you because of what you did, what you just did, like, and I want to get back to my people." So he's Irish. Like, he knows that if he had Sammy's gift, he can get back to his people that he was taken away from a long time ago. So that's why, yeah.
No, the movie, again, my biggest takeaway was an amazing original piece, but it was something that had to be digested more than once. So I think my first go-round, I love the action. I love any movie that talks about that time period without making African Americans look like we were so submissive and you know, scary. It's like, bro, if you know your history, you know it didn't quite go down like that. But then what I actually appreciate the most, and having an older parents, you realize there was a lot of art. I mean, shit, you see it in all the movies from that time period. When you went from singing in the church and then tried R&B, jazz, all these different genres, the people that were closest to you, and if they were in the church, were trying to talk you out of doing such. Yeah. You were seen as, you know, creating or committing
devil
sin
music.
Or devil music. And it's like, bro, if it wasn't for Little Richard leaving home, Ray Charles, you know, decided he was going to continue to do certain music.
James Brown.
Sam Cooke, James Brown. Literally, like, we look at it now like, oh, you're an R&B singer, like, good for you. Bro, if you were doing that back during that time period, you were seen as disrespecting your family, like celebrating the devil. And it's like, all they wanted to do was sing. So that was the connection to the movie I appreciated the most, because there's a lot of people now that just listen to music and don't understand, bro, to be an R&B artist and the sacrifices these older artists we talk about, bro, they didn't have a lot of people supporting them. Like, they just felt something within themselves and went after it. And I have so much respect for them doing that, because, man, you look at it now, Ray Charles, James Brown, Sam Cooke are all household names. Yeah. If they listen to their parents, their closest family members, never would know them. Yep. So it's like, bro, that it don't get much more honorable than that. Much more courageous.
That's why I say that movie is honestly one of my favorite musicals of the last 10 years, probably, because like the soundtrack alone, I've listened to it on its own, phenomenal, dude. Like, you can take the acting, the story, all that's great. You add the music to it, which is its whole thing in that movie, it just adds so much. I think it's incredible. So, you know what? Fuck it. It is a classic.
Honestly, I know I need to go back and watch it, but I still think it's a very good movie. It just, man, I had so many questions, like, okay, so the security guard, dude from 8 Mile, you're going to take a piss. You take 4 different breaks, hearing some type of noise, and you still cool, calm, and collect. You still ain't trying to rent. Like, so I know a lot of people say it's the Asian lady's fault, but I blame.
I used to blame her after watching the movie like a third time. I don't blame her. I don't blame her no more.
Who do you blame? Because that's the question. And again, you could blame the white girl, because technically she was told to leave. Yeah. She wanted to earn and make money. She left, got bit. Although I thought she was saved after she pulled out the piece. But then she turned her back, and I saw a dude jumping there. I'm like, oh, yeah, she gone. No, she had gone there. Then she came back. But again, she was the first person to get back into the establishment after leaving and needing an invite in. But again, how would you even know?
The only reason I don't blame her is because if you pay attention after you watch it a couple times, so she turned Stack. She turned Stack, and then when she came back in, she was gonna turn Smoke and gonna turn Annie, because that's her family. So she wanted them to live forever like her. So like if you see at the end of the movie, her and Stack still living and went to go see Sammy at the club. Did you see the?
Yeah.
So the older dude, that's the rapper Shauna. The rapper Shauna from DTP.
Oh wow!
Okay.
I didn't even
That's her
realize
dad.
that's her.
That's her dad. He's a famous blues
Damn.
musician. His name is Buddy Guy. So that's her dad, Shauna.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but you see that they like lived in the 90s and stuff like that. She wanted them, but after who died? After Smoke killed Annie, after she got bit, you see those two just ran away. They didn't fight nobody else. They just got the fuck on, because like that's all they wanted was their family together. So I didn't blame her. I think in her mind, because you know she's like they call them a octoroon. So she's 1/8 black. Like her granddad is black. So she wanted to live together with them, but she wouldn't be accepting because she's white passing. So they told her, you need to live with white people or you're going to get us killed. And so that's the argument that her and Stack had. That was the issue that they were having, because she wanted to live with them. So I didn't blame her. I didn't blame the Asian, because in her mind, you got to think about it like this. The white niggas told her, if y'all don't come out here, your husband is already out here, we going to go get your daughter. Like, we're going to go to town. So in her mind, it's like, in order to save my daughter, I'm going to go out there and fight them. And you saw the first person she killed once they came in the door was her husband. Mm-hmm. So like she went out there and killed him, and they like, cause they knew like if they just stayed inside, they was going to wait out to daylight, then they was going to turn the whole town. The whole town was about to be vampires. So like you going to open that door, I would sacrifice myself than sacrifice the town. And you see like what happened, everybody ended up dying. Like so. Like
I hear you.
And in turn, she made the right decision.
Just put it outside. Like give us a choice.
Yeah.
Technically, you ain't giving us a choice.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But no, like, and that's the thing. I think the movie did a good job convincing us of the emotional aspect. Yeah. Like how you choose between not wanting to help the person you love the most. Like it's a lot of emotional factors. So I appreciated that part, but. Also, Preacher Boy is a freaky boy. Hey, I get it. Hey. I get it was back in the day. Even she was like, bro, you don't want me to shout out? Preacher Boy just got you.
Hey, Preacher Boy think he me. He think he me.
Hey, Savage. Hey, Savage. I don't know.
Think he me.
He's doing wild. Oh, yeah. Shout out to LeBron. I love seeing LeBron in the movie. But it was...
Nigga, oh, my God.
What? Delroy Lindo? That ain't...
I knew that.
That ain't older LeBron.
Hey, somebody said the older LeBron gets, the more he looked like Delroy Lindo.
They literally are morphing into each other, bro. But I love his character and how he kind of was, telling Preacher Boy certain things as a person that had obviously been through that and had similar ability. But no, I don't know, Drew. I don't know if I can call the movie a classic after one watch, and I think that's the biggest thing I wanted to stress. Mm-hmm. It clearly is a movie that needs to be watched more than one time,
for sure.
But I think that's the period we're living in, and not if a person thinks it's a classic, it's a bad thing. But we rush to watch, to digest, to listen to stuff just to say if something is the best of all time or the worst of all time. It's like, bro, we can't just go to a movie and be like, that was really good, and I love to see how it ages. Like. I need to see it more times to be able to give an opinion. It's like, we got to rush and give an opinion. It's like, bro, it don't always take that. But I love like, I'm speaking of resumes when it comes to Michael B. Jordan, like, Michael Coogler. Like, bro.
Ryan
Coogler.
It just did a hell of a job, man. I'm very impressed, and I came away inspired from that movie because of the original. And it just told a great story. And the acting was great. Like, I really don't have too many complaints about the movie.
I wish it was a little more scary, just a little. It was
fine for me. I did not need more.
There wasn't shit scary about it, really.
And I love that, Drew, and I appreciate that. Everything don't need to get.
See, I went in thinking it was going to be like a super horror movie. That's what people were kind of hyping it up at first. And then
I'm glad it wasn't, because I don't know if I could. Yeah,
I wouldn't
no,
say people. I'd say like the media, like before it came out.
I enjoyed the low level of true fear in that movie. It gave me everything I needed. Because if it was anything beyond that, because if I watched that in a movie theater, I'm sure certain parts would probably
Oh
be.
yeah, the sound effects, the jump
Yeah,
scares.
like that's
got
always
you.
what tends to get you the most. But I am curious. You guys always said there was one part that stood out when it came to the IMAX in the theater.
Oh, so in the beginning of the movie, it's the IMAX has a larger, like a more dimension screen.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember when Remnick, when he went to the white man and woman that was a part of the KKK, and he dropped out of the sky.
Yeah,
that part. Because
it
seems like he
theater.
just. It seems like he pops into the screen when you watch it like regular.
He's chilling up there.
Yeah, but he dropped into the sky like an angel hitting Earth. Yeah, so
so I need to see. Cause now that you mention, I'm like, where the fuck did he? Did he go? He just like, how did he get? So that makes complete sense. Yeah. Okay, the whole movie, I'm like, bro, what's the part I think people think was better in IMAX? But now that you explain that, I fully understand.
I'm sure
that.
the hearing like all the sound and everything.
Oh
in
yeah,
IMAX
the sound
is a lot better too. Because
and then
I
like
didn't see it in theater.
If it's wide, like it was some shots like went wider. So like remember when Smoke was fighting the KKK when they was coming to burn down the barn.
Yep.
That part in IMAX is wider, so you kind of see them like closing in on him.
Gotcha.
Like when he was sitting there on the truck, like he went back to the truck to get the guns. So you see them closing in on it. So that's it's different shots. Like that
would have been cool.
Yeah.
But no, overall, very impressed, and I love again original movies because we don't need the same remakes done by different directors.
Right.
Like we need creativity. So no, I'm very happy, and I just wish I'd seen it sooner. To be honest, other things I watch, I've been watching Mayor Kingstown. Fell asleep in the finale of the second season yesterday, but I've been churning that show. It's an amazing show. I put in the chat. It reminds me a lot of Sons of Anarchy, but similar to Sons of Anarchy, the heaviness of that show, I just need to find comedy or something I could flip to at a certain point. Cause,
yeah, Mary Kay Sound don't have no brevity at all. Like, you
bro,
know,
it's like, bro, and one episode, the episode before I fell asleep, it was like 3 different shootouts. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but I mean, shit, it's the old episode. Family members getting shot, people coming up, people getting jumped, people on life support.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, like everybody is good. Like, oh my goodness! And the thing is, everybody wants to get out of this town, but nobody leaves. Like everybody,
exactly.
All these motherfuckers want to leave, but nobody want to actually leave. Okay,
like they don't even go to Detroit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can
they just stay in the same. It's like, damn, y'all don't go to the other town over or not. No, everybody finds their way back. But no, I think, man, the acting in that show is really good. It's so compelling. But again, I just need to find that comedy to switch it up. Because, man, I'll be stressed the fuck out. I'll be worried. I'll be wondering, like, what's going to happen next. But such a good show. And then lastly, I think y'all both would appreciate this. I watched a WWF match from 1999, and it was The Rock versus Mankind versus British Bulldog versus Big Show versus Kane versus Triple H. And it was the WWF Championship 6-pack challenge at Unforgiven in 1999. And the funniest part of this match, the refs were outside the ring because apparently they was on strike. But it was one referee that didn't join the strike that was like refereeing the match.
Yeah.
So they outside the ring
that.
man, looking ready to do something right. And in the middle of the match, start jumping this fucking referee. You see Earl Hebner. You see all the classic referees jumping this one ref, and it's funny as hell. But then you also had Stone Cold on the commentary, and he ended up being the ref after the ref before got jumped. Bro, it's such a this was prime attitude era. Like, you got all the stars. You got Stone Cold calling the match on the side. Then he becomes a ref. And I'm pretty sure Triple H won the match. So,
nice.
If y'all ever looking for a classic, that was such a good one. But I definitely been in my wrestling bag watching Mayor Kingstown and trying to get back into movies. So watching Sinners again and slowly but surely getting there. But other than that, just watching sports, man. So I'm curious what y'all been watching. And Drew, I know that was long-winded, but you say you had something to drop for when we got to this section.
It's very nerdish. I'm on probably my millionth watch of The Simpsons again, and every time I go to bed at night, I just put an episode or two on and I doze
I might need
off.
to follow you on that, Drew, because
It's a
I can't keep
nice,
falling asleep.
easy watch.
Mayor of Kingstown, man. It's just too stressful.
Just put on a nice light cartoon, B. But so I've been at work too, and I've been putting my headphones in and watching a couple episodes there, like when I'm just doing the same shit over and over. One thing I've never ever noticed in that show until right now, but you have to have headphones to notice it. Every single time Homer's in the nuclear power plant, you hear like a humming and like a vibrating in the back.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
could not
Really?
hear that from the TV. Like he's just whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
can hear
it.
whoa,
That's fire.
Yeah.
you're a better watcher than I am.
No, I thought that. I thought that was a.
I've honestly
I
never
thought that was
noticed it.
well known. Yeah, yeah.
No, I
Because it's
thought
a
it was
nuclear
very
plant,
well
so I always
Yeah.
thought, yeah.
Just a nice little thing that they added, just something like that. So yeah, I've been watching
is really
Simpsons. Been watching what was that show? Court Cam, which is one of our comfort shows at nights. Just a bunch of crazy shit that's happened, like in live, like on the court, like cameras, like people going off on the judge or something, people spitting or trying to hit like the defendant or plaintiff or something like that. Just fun little show. And then the new one we've been watching, it's an old show that just got brought back, and it was only one episode so far, but I'm very excited for episode 2, is Fear Factor with Johnny Knoxville.
Okay.
Very,
Aren't they like in a house?
I
was
that's what I
watching
was going to say.
something.
There's a reality aspect to it now.
I was
So,
Was it after the playoff game where that shit came on
Yeah.
last week or something like that?
What is
Okay,
it
yeah.
on? What is it
It's
on?
on Fox.
Fox. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it's on Hulu every Monday. Gerard, you guys will love it just because of the reality aspect of it.
Yeah.
So-
How is it different? Like, how's it different from the
so
original?
They're in like a house versus it just being like
Yeah, just
random
a-
contestants.
Damn,
people
then I can't do
eliminated
it.
each one.
I can't do it. I always said that I feel like I could win Fear Factor, but
you might be able to.
now in a house, nah. I
Well,
can't
here,
do that.
so they have a big challenge at the start of the show. All of them do. Whoever's left, whoever wins the challenge is like immune from the final challenge. The bottom, whoever wins the challenge gets to pick the final 4 that are in the bottom. So immediately, whoever won, the people who lost are trying to come kiss ass and be friendly and
Yeah.
start making like mini alliances. And the two people who won it together, the partners, had different mindsets completely. Like one guy's trying to complete like the baddies in the house. The other guy who won it's just trying to get the weakest link out and just trying to win his money as quick as possible. So the guy who's trying to get the baddies in the house is like working out with one of the girls in the morning, like being extra flirty. They made a secret alliance just like, hey, you two won't be in the finals. Here comes the finals, and those two girls are in the final competition to survive,
Damn.
to stay on the show. And like, so out of the 4 people, I won't tell you who wins or not, obviously, but like, if you quit at any time and you pull yourself out, you're done. Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
there was
Like
there was a
regular
point
Fear
where there were
Factor. Yeah.
there were 2 girls left out of the 4, and they're still trying to do their challenge. This one girl's like, "Fuck it, I'm out. I can't do this anymore," and just drops. So,
Damn.
dude, it's got my attention right now, and it shows like previews for the upcoming season. There's one guy who gets carried away in an ambulance, and there's another like it looks like there's a fight that happens between like people in the house. So
See,
it's got everything
Yeah.
I want in the show right now.
That's awesome.
I'm addicted. Yeah, we can't wait for episode 2.
what have I been watching? Give me one
Yeah,
second.
Rob, what you been watching, man?
So, there's a movie on Netflix called His and Hers. So,
Oh, yeah.
that movie, greatest twist of all time. Probably not.
Really?
That's how. Yeah, I'm probably gassing it, but it was a really good twist. It was a great twist.
I saw the preview on there.
Yeah, that show is really good. So it's a show on Peacock called Traders. It's like in its 4th season or something like that. So it's basically like playing a live game of Clue. So me and Kiera just started watching it this season. That shit fun as hell. Like you get caught up in it. So yeah,
Damn.
we've been watching that. Love During Lockup came back, so we watched the first episode of that. It's a show, 2 shows on Apple TV Plus. One is called Hijack, starring Idris Elba. The first
I've
season
seen
was
previews of that, I think.
Yeah, the first season was like a year and 2 years ago, something like that. And he was on the airplane and he had to talk somebody down from hijacking the airplane. This season, he's on a train. So they start off on a train. So it's like planes, trains, and automobiles and 24 and, you know what I'm saying, snakes on a plane, all that shit mixed together. So that's, yeah. So Hijack was really good. The second show I watched on Apple TV Plus is really popular right now on social media. It's called Pluribus. So what happens
I've only heard good things.
Yeah, Pluribus is really good. Like my issue only with Pluribus is that sometimes you get some high action episodes like where a bunch of stuff is going on, and then some it's just like it ties into the plot. So like it's like really like low energy and stuff like that. But you got to remember like is something happened where the world became like had a chemical that made the world hive minded, and so it was only 12 people in the world that are individuals. Everybody else follows like whatever like one person says, like, and so those 12 people get to like move around and do whatever they want to do, and the hive will follow through with their plans. So pluribus means many. So like it's a bunch of people but of one mind. So like they're hive minded, and so like it's a really good show. And the woman is trying to find a cure on how to cure everybody from this and like break through to that hive mind, so everybody's individuals again. So that's what that show is about. It's super cool. And then the last show we watch is 90 Day Fiance is back. And the reason I like watching that show is because niggas be horny. All right, this is my TED talk. All right, because there's like a lot of times these niggas be marrying these people from overseas just to get some cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then when you realize that these people are still annoying and they're people too, now you just don't understand what the fuck they saying. Shit gets fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So you know. That's the main thing I take away from 90 Day Fiance, because there'd be a bunch of stupidity. Like, so, for instance, one dude, he comes from Iran. I think it's Iran or Iraq. It's Iraq. My bad. He comes from Iraq. He moves over with this white woman and to Montana or some shit like that. And he's not from the United States, right? So, like, he don't know nothing about anything going on in the United States. He just thinks the United States has a reputation of freedom and stuff like that, till he realized that the United States got some freaky shit going on. So like if you brought somebody over from Iraq, would you take them to New Orleans for their first she took her to New Orleans. Yes.
Andy said he went to Montana.
Yes, like, they live
like, what the fuck do you have to offer there?
Bro, and it's like, dog, like, it's like, come on, man. Like, and so he up there being like, because, you know, they're super conservative, because, you know, niggas can't be walking around with halter tops and, like, bikini shit on. And in Iraq, you know what I'm saying, you liable to get your head chopped off. He like, what are they doing out here? Like, they don't tell them they can't walk. Women can walk around at night by themselves. And she's like, yeah.
Jeez.
Like, niggas can walk around, women can do whatever they want to do. He was like, oh yeah, hell no, they would have died yesterday in my country.
Hell no, that's a whole different world. Oh my goodness.
So like they sitting inside the hotel room and he's just staring out into the sun, like into the lights, like this is crazy. Like, you know, like I'm in America, you know what I'm saying? And then like, you know, he getting like homesick because his people back at home. And he's stuck here with this white woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and then it's this white man, like, no disrespect, Drew, this fat white man in upstate New York, you know, Italian dude, lived with his mama. No job.
Oh, boy.
He brought over a black woman from Uganda. And he like, you know, so, you know, I don't know if y'all know, in Africa, if you want to marry one of the daughters, you got to pay a dowry. You know what I'm saying? I joke with my sisters and my daughters all the time that when y'all get married, your spouses have to give me a dowry because I raised y'all. You know what I'm saying? So like this woman like, all right, yeah, like how we gonna pay for our wedding? You still live with your mama. We can't even get freaky because your mama in the next room and she might knock on the door saying like, y'all being disrespectful. He was like, yeah, we gonna move out of my mama's house in like 2 years. 2 years?
Yeah.
And so she was like, all right, I thought we was gonna be here for like 6 months while we save up for the wedding. You said 2 years. Then she was like, all right, We'll figure that shit out. How we gonna pay for the wedding? He was like, everything is cheaper in Uganda, so like y'all may think like,
Jesus,
yeah, a wedding's supposed to cost $5,000. Like it'll take care of everything. 5,000 here ain't gonna take care of shit. And she was like, okay. She getting more and more upset. She was like, okay, well, you got to pay the dowry. My daddy said you owe us 15 cows. So the equivalent of 15 cows in Uganda is about like $7,500. You know what I'm saying? Like. It's between, I think, depending on what type of cow that you buy, it's between 7,500 and I think 15,000, something like that. So like depending on the type of cow, you can get a cheap cow, 7,500. I gave you 15 cows, get the fuck out of my face. You know what I'm saying? Or like, I really like y'all, I'm gonna get y'all a nice cow. You can get meat, milk, and dairy out of these instead of just one or the other. So, so like 15 cows. He was like, shit, how much is 15 cows? And she was like $7,500, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do that." I'm like, "Bro, what do y'all like?" Back to my original thesis: niggas be horny. Because what were you thinking? What were you thinking? Like, besides getting some cheeks, you bring these people over here. Like, what?
They just figure it out. They just figure it out. Once he get that clarity, he look.
Like, bro, what is going on? So yeah, but yeah, good times. That's what I've been watching.
That is actually hilarious. I wanted to shout out the Pistons, by the way. They're now 40 and 10.
30.
We talk about
30
and
10.
30 and 10. Sorry, after 40 games.
They will be soon.
After 40 games.
Well, no, the fact that they've reached the 40 game point mark, which I was listening to Richard Jefferson, and he was saying. It's easy to be excited for the beginning of the year, and it's easy to be excited as you get close to the end of the year. But he said, like, that 40 to 60 game stretch, and that's why you often see teams, kind of like fall in, going up and down. It's like, because that's the hardest part, to keep yourself motivated, to keep yourself pushing through the grind. You now are in, like, the middle of the season, so that's really kind of when you see who's legitimate as a team and who's not. So the fact that the Pistons have gone 30 and 10 over their first 40 games, and yesterday wasn't even close. They held the Pacers to the lowest score any team has had this season in the NBA.
Damn near shot 50% from the field too, which is crazy.
Melt to ass, bro. And it's like, okay.
I seen the box score, and it was like 7 people had 15 points. I was like, oh yeah, that's an ass whooping. And
it's like, okay, like, and I mentioned that because it's like now you can see. Originally, it's like, oh, Detroit is a really good team, or Detroit is a really surprising team. Right now, bro, in the East. You got Boston and maybe New York, depending on the day, but the Pistons are right there. So it's like, I want to see, now that it's, I think, a few weeks before the deadline, I don't know if they need to do anything drastic, but I just want to see if they, like, stabilize it or just let it cook, let it ride and see what happens, because I just don't want them to waste the opportunity when the East is so wide open, because next year you're going to have Halliburton back. You're going to have, Tatum back if he doesn't come back. At some point,
he might be back after All-Star. He might.
Yeah, so it's like, Boston has done a great job, staying afloat without Tatum. Jaylen Brown's taking his game to another level. You can see they still are not bashful about shooting threes. They still play defense. So it's like, I just don't want them to squander this great opportunity that they have. But again, they don't need that home run swing. I just don't want them to be complacent and, basically be okay with whatever happens with the season. But no, I mean, shit. After the Lions, that's the way that season ended. We said we are going to be locked in on the Pistons, and they've been very entertaining. So, I mean, what more can we ask for considering the last few years we had to go through? And it was not that case before last year.
Right.
So I wanted to shout them out. And then when it came to football, the playoffs have been amazing. I did not watch the Seattle game because when I knew it would be out, I knew it. I knew it'd be ugly, and the spread, I think, was
BTA, my God.
So,
yeah.
It was just what I thought. But every other game, outside of that, I don't remember, and it's actually historic marks for the playoffs where it's been multiple games with multiple scoring changes in the fourth quarter. I think last week it was like over 5 games that had that scenario. So it's like, we came into the playoffs like, man, we don't know what to expect. There's not really those teams that are juggernauts, but it's led to a lot of parity. It's led to a lot of excitement. So I've been enjoying it. It's a great time for sports, especially football. But then I had some notes here. The Packers are the first team since the 1970 merger to lose 3 games when leading by 10-plus points in the final 5 minutes of the game,
Hate them niggas,
including
man.
the playoffs. So thought that was a great nugget there. And then there are 9 teams changing coaches this offseason, which is one shy of the record 10, which happened 4 different times: 1978, 1997, 2006, and 2022.
Wow.
So, and I think 2 of those have been filled now with the Giants and now Atlanta with Stefanski yesterday. So it's just an exciting time. Gerard, you said earlier, we love drama, but now at this point, when it comes to the NFL, the NBA, it's basically like drama for men. You got all the storylines. You keep following along to see what's going to happen. You should invest it with your emotions. So those were my notes in the last thing I had. But overall, it's been a great time, whether NBA, NFL, just watching along. So curious if y'all had anything else that y'all wish to add.
Last week was incredible, and that Broncos and Bills game yesterday was amazing. So I just hope today is like that too.
Man, I feel so bad for Broncos fans. That is a whirlwind of emotions, bro. To win the playoff game, and then literally after the game, you find out your quarterback is out for the season. Come on,
congrats, you guys won. But in case y'all see the Patriots, not gonna have your starting QB. Man. It's like what? You talk about
on such a freak, stupid play too,
bro.
If that was really the one,
that's crazy.
So the type of break he had, it's not technically an ankle. I had the same break, so he didn't feel that shit. He felt nothing, and it probably felt like he sprained the ankle, which means you can play through it, which he did. The next pass was a big pass to I forgot who it was. I want to say
with the Braves, right?
Humphreys,
one of them. It was the big play downfield, the big pass downfield before the pass interference. So
he rolled out on that play, too,
right?
So,
and so it's a small bone that's technically your foot, but it's right near your ankle. He broke that. So it kind of feels like he sprained an ankle, which is why he popped up and ran back. It's uncomfortable, but you don't think oh shit, I broke my ankle. It's look like an L or something like that. No, it was it's a small break, but you can't walk on you can't play on that. Especially the type of player he is. You got to sit in a boot for 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying, and it'll heal up.
I was say it's not he can't start at the beginning of the season. Next
he's
year,
definitely gonna be back for the regular season, but you ain't got that many weeks left in the playoffs, so he can't play. So.
And Gerard, I'd like to apologize for my actions last night for questioning you about
Did not trust you whatsoever, Gerard. The man asked for sources.
I'm looking at the text and why would I lie about this?
But in Drew's defense, if my team just won and you hit me with a message like that, he's out for the playoff, I'm not going to believe it either. I would need
that soon after a win too. I'm he's got to be trolling me.
I'm surprised Sean Payton announced it. Usually they wait.
Yeah, that quick.
He came right out to the press conference he out, y'all. I'm what the?
I did that out of shock, honestly, because you're not expecting that after that game.
Gerard, I shit you not. After you sent that, and I said, "What are your sources?" After you sent that, I was standing for about 5 minutes, and I put the Pistons game back on, and I was just hand behind my head, just looking at my phone, just, what the fuck? I was like, this is...
like that GTA meme with CJ puts both...
I was just looking at my phone, hand behind my... I couldn't sit down. I'm like, come on, man. That's the worst possible news you can get.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm sure the NFL probably did the same thing, because you're not trying to tune into that game, whoever they're going to play. Without him there, it's you're just expecting Denver to lose.
It's like Halliburton going out in the finals.
Literally.
You know?
That's exactly.
Damn.
I'm looking forward to this Patriots and Houston game because you got
I am too.
My MVP. I think he's the MVP, Drake May.
Going
against the best defense in the league because we saw what Seattle did, but Houston is much better.
Seattle put on a show defensively. That was
if Houston can do the same thing to Drake May, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna get nasty.
Well, Houston, I think it comes down to what you get from CJ because last week the running game looked good. The defense looked elite, but CJ kept giving the ball back, whether it was a fumble or interception. So it's
he turned it on a little bit in the second half, though. He started to get a little more consistent.
He did. But, man, I feel bad for Nico being out with a concussion again. I think he's had 3 this year. So it's man.
They
and
just
you
can
see the
never have
tackle.
a healthy
Halo cap.
receiving core.
Bro, he might have to because you saw the tackle. The tackle didn't necessarily look bad. You see that kind of common, but like when you've already had 2, you're more susceptible to getting more.
Yeah.
Being slammed on your head immediately, you just knew because he did not get up. He struggled to get back to the huddle. They walked him to the sideline. Immediately was on the cart. Towel over his head. I'm like, yeah, he's not gonna be.
Yeah, you got to wear a Guardian cap because come on, dog. Like we can't keep doing this, man.
Yeah, but other than that, only other thing I have is I've been locked in on GTA, man, and I've been talking with the boys. And when it comes to GTA 6, I'm actually scared at the possibilities and the amount of not leaving the house a lot of men will have whenever this game drops. Like, I don't know too many people that don't anticipate this game, which to play this game. So
It's gonna break so many records.
bro, beyond Mike was
5
talking
broke
to me
records.
yesterday, and he was like, "Bro, I gotta find a way to make money off of this." And like, I'm not talking streaming. Like, it gets you to think because bro, there's so much anticipation, and just by everything they still are releasing new updates and stuff on GTA 5, so it's made it fun. But it's like, bro, if they're able to do this with a game that's 10 years old, when GTA 6 drops, bro, I don't.
Yeah.
It's gonna be beyond overwhelming. Like GTA 5 is overwhelming at times. They released already. There's gonna be over 700 buildings you can walk into and interact.
Insane.
Like,
Yep.
bro, they've spent over $2 billion on this game. Like,
I'm better
excited.
be amazing. I would feel bad for y'all if this shit is trash because you know how long they dragged this shit out for y'all, man.
That's true. But between what they've done with Red Dead Redemption and again the updates to GTA 5, I'm not worried about being disappointed. I'm more so worried about when the game drops, whether the servers can handle the amount of people
5
that
was
like.
brutal when it came out.
Bro, 5 was terrible when online dropped. Drew, like everybody loaded up trying to play. It was
you had
glitchy.
to restart your character like 20 times to even
It
get
was
it to
bad.
stick.
So like that's more so what I'm worried about. Like when the game drops. But how do you prepare for the amount of people that are gonna be playing that game worldwide? Like you can't. But no, I've been in my video game bag. So no, man, that's all I got. Again, shout out to ASAP Rocky. Shout out to the Pistons. And as Gerard said, niggas be horny. So on that note, this has been another episode of Two Hip Hop Senseis in the Casual. And until next time, y'all be easy.
One.
Take care.